I'm sitting across from Melissa at an expensive downtown restaurant. She just asked me, "Does it get better? The fear? Does it ever go away?"
If you'd like your story featured on our channel, just leave a comment below with all the details. Tell us exactly what happened. The more details, the better. Feel free to change names if you need to for privacy. We can't wait to read your stories. Drop them in the comments below.
Her eyes are filled with tears. This 26-year-old woman, smart, ambitious, newly hired on my team, is asking me if the terror ever stops, if success ever feels real, if you ever stop checking your bank account obsessively to make sure the money hasn't disappeared. And I'm about to tell her the truth that nobody wants to hear. No, I say, it doesn't go away. This is the moment everything changed. 2 months ago in this restaurant, I stopped hiding for the first time in 15 years. Let me show you how I got here. Hey everyone, welcome back to English Story Academy. I'm telling you a story I've never told publicly before. About the poverty I hide behind my success. About climbing out of nothing and never feeling safe. About the conversation that finally made me stop performing. This isn't a triumphant, I made it story. This is the truth about what success looks like when you come from poverty. And it starts at the end, with the moment I finally stopped lying. The moment I stopped hiding. Present. 2 months ago. Melissa and I are at lunch. Getting to know you conversation. New team member. She mentions working full-time through college. Mentions dropping out for a year to save money. Mentions sending money to her family every month. And I see it immediately. That performance. That careful editing. That shame hiding behind professional competence. I recognize it because I do it every single day. I make a decision, a risk I've never taken before. I worked 3 jobs through college too, I say quietly. She looks up, surprised. Senior VP doesn't usually admit to working 3 jobs. I grew up poor, I continue. My heart is racing. I've never said these words out loud at work. Really poor. I still check my bank account multiple times a week to make sure the money's real. Her eyes fill with tears. I thought I was the only one, she whispers. I thought everyone here came from money except me. I spend so much energy pretending. I'm exhausted. We sit there, 2 successful women in expensive clothes in an expensive restaurant, crying about the poverty we carry inside that nobody else can see. That's when she asks, "Does it get better?" The fear? And I tell her the truth. No. It doesn't go away. But you learn to live with it. And you find your people. The ones who understand. This conversation changed everything. Because I stopped performing. I told the truth. And the sky didn't fall. Flashback. The breaking point. Last year. Let me take you back 1 year before that lunch. To the moment I almost broke completely. My company had a team retreat. Expensive resort. 3 days. All expenses paid. First evening dinner. Someone orders wine. $200 bottle. Someone else laughs. Let's get 2. Everyone laughs. Wine arrives, they taste it, discuss the notes, make jokes about expensive taste. I sit there smiling, nodding, participating. Inside, I'm screaming, $400 of wine. That's more than my mother's entire monthly food budget when I was growing up. These people are casually spending what used to represent survival for my family, and they have no idea. They've never even conceived of a world where $400 meant the difference between eating and not eating. I excuse myself, go to bathroom, start crying. Not sad crying. Angry crying. Frustrated crying. Years of holding everything in. I look in the mirror. Designer dress, professional makeup, expensive haircut. I look successful, put together, like I belong. But inside, I'm still that kid wearing the same coat for 3 winters, still calculating grocery prices, still terrified this is all temporary, still convinced I'm one mistake away from being poor again. I wash my face, fix makeup, go back to dinner. Nobody notices I've been gone. Nobody ever notices. Further back, the performance, 15 years of hiding. How did I get to that bathroom crying over wine prices? Let me show you the 15-year performance that led there. Every Sunday night, I check my bank accounts, all of them. Checking, savings, retirement. 3 times, sometimes 4. Colleagues think I'm reviewing investments. Actually, I'm making sure the money is still there, that it's real, that it hasn't disappeared. At grocery stores, I still calculate prices in my head. $6 berries? That's 1.5 hours of minimum wage work. Can't turn it off. At restaurants, I look at prices before reading what the dishes are. When colleagues order $90 wine without blinking, my chest tightens. Every purchase, I hear my mother's voice. You think we're made of money? But here's the performance part. I learned to hide all of this. I changed my accent, trained myself out of working class dialect, listened to educated people talk, practiced. Now I sound like private schools. Nobody knows I learned from YouTube videos. I learned unwritten rules, how to dress, network, make small talk about wine, travel. Cultural things I'd never experienced but researched obsessively. I learned rich people never say, I can't afford it. They say, that's not a priority right now. I learned to never talk about money directly. I learned the casual performances of wealth, expensive coffee, Uber, not bus, lunch out, not packed. It worked. I fit in, I advanced. People assumed I came from their background, but it's exhausting. Every day is performance. Every conversation requires translation. Every social situation demands vigilance. Don't mention the wrong thing. Don't reveal too much. Don't let them see where you really came from. Rewind. The climb. College to corporate. How did I learn to perform so well? Because I had to. I was climbing. College, first in my family. Worked 3 jobs while taking classes. Morning shift at coffee shop, afternoon tutoring, evening retail, studying between shifts, eating ramen, wearing same 3 outfits, praying nobody noticed, got scholarships, got internships, got hired. First office job, I wore the same 3 outfits in rotation, spent weekends at thrift stores trying to build professional wardrobe on $200 budget, watched how other people dressed, talked, existed, studied them like anthropology. Nobody could know I came from nothing. Slowly, painfully, over 15 years, I climbed. Each promotion, I got better at hiding. Better accent, better clothes, better performance. And now I'm here, Senior Vice President, corner office, 24th floor, $800 suit, $1,200 watch, $400 shoes. Everyone thinks I've always belonged. Nobody knows. The origin. Where I came from. Childhood. But where did this all start? Where did the fear begin? Small apartment. Neighborhood where sirens were childhood soundtrack. Mother. 3 jobs. Morning diner shift. Afternoon cleaning houses. Evening grocery store. 70 hours per week. Still struggled. Father. Left when I was 4. 2 memories. Sound of yelling. Silence after. We were actually poor. Not things are tight. Poor. Actually poor. Know exact price of every grocery item because calculating as you go with $23.47 can't go over. Winter, choose which room to heat. Dinner, depends on food bank. Age 14, using food stamps. Cashier sighs loudly. Woman behind me comments about people who abuse the system, want to disappear. Want to explain, Mom works 70 hours per week. We're not abusing anything. We're trying to eat. Say nothing. Learn to say nothing. Same coat 3 winters. Kids notice. Comment. Laugh it off. Pretend I just really love this coat. Career day at school. Don't bring permission slip home. Mom has no job to present proudly. I clean toilets doesn't impress 12-year-olds. Learn early. Poor people are invisible. Teachers look past me. Other kids' parents won't let them visit. Store employees follow me, assuming I'll steal. Learn to make myself small. Quiet. Unnoticeable. But also learn education might be my only way out. So I study, work, get scholarships, get out. The present reality. What nobody tells you. That's how I got here. From that small apartment to this corner office. Everyone thinks it's success story, rags to riches, American dream. But here's what nobody tells you about climbing out of poverty. You can escape the circumstances, but you never escape the fear. You can change your bank account, but not the voice whispering, "This will disappear." You can buy nice things, but you'll always know how many hours of minimum wage each costs. Success doesn't erase where you came from. It just gives you better tools to hide it. I'm Senior Vice President. 6 figures. Savings. Retirement. Everything that should mean you made it. But I still check bank accounts obsessively. Calculate grocery prices in work hours. Panic when colleagues order expensive wine. Save for inevitable collapse I'm convinced is coming. perform belonging every single day. The fear never left. I just got better at hiding it. Until that lunch with Melissa, when I finally told the truth. What changed after Melissa? After that lunch, after I stopped hiding for the first time in 15 years, something shifted. Not dramatically. I didn't make a big announcement at work, but I stopped the exhausting performance of pretending I've always belonged. When someone mentions prep school now, I say, I went to public school. Simple. True. No shame. When colleagues complain about parents' expectations, my mom worked 3 jobs. She just wanted me to survive. When expensive wine arrives, that's wild to me. I think about money differently. And when I see someone else performing, code switching, carefully hiding origins, I find quiet moment. I see you. I was first in family to go to college too. You're not alone. Because that's what Melissa gave me. Recognition. Permission to stop hiding. We need to see each other. The vocabulary of class, what I learned. Expressions of hidden poverty. I came from nothing. Grew up with very little money. I climbed my way up. Achieved success through hard work from poor background. Working class background. Family that did manual/service labor. First generation college student. First in family to attend university. I put myself through school. Paid for own education. The fear language. Impostor syndrome. Feeling you don't deserve success will be exposed. Waiting for the other shoe to drop. Expecting disaster. Money anxiety. Persistent worry about finances even when stable. Scarcity mindset. Thinking there's never enough. Financial trauma. Psychological damage from poverty. Class performance. Phrases. Code switching. Changing speech patterns for different social groups. Playing the part, performing role to fit in. Passing. Successfully hiding working class origins. Cultural capital. Knowledge of upper class culture. Social mobility. Moving between economic classes. The shame. Vocabulary. Class shame. Embarrassment about poor background. I felt less than. Experienced as inferior due to poverty. Being invisible. Poor people not seen by society. Othered. Treated as different. Outsider. Internalized classism, absorbing society's negative views of poor. Describing the experience. Making ends meet. Barely having enough to survive. Living paycheck to paycheck. No savings. Food insecurity. Not knowing where next meal comes from. Working poor, near why. Employed, but still in poverty. Generational poverty. Poverty lasting multiple generations. Survival strategies. Scraping by. Barely surviving financially. Stretching every dollar. Extremely careful with limited money. Prioritizing expenses, deciding which bills to pay, making sacrifices, going without necessities, hustle culture, working multiple jobs constantly. A letter from my younger self. Dear future me, you made it. I know you don't feel like it. I know you still wake up scared, still check bank accounts, still calculate prices, still panic over nice purchases. But listen, you made it. That apartment with cold winters and sirens, you left it. That life choosing between electricity and food, you left it. That terror of rent day, you left it. Savings account, health insurance, heat in every room, grocery store without counting every dollar. I know it doesn't feel safe. I know you're still that scared kid inside waiting for collapse. But that fear, that vigilance, that this is temporary voice, it kept us alive, made us careful, made us work harder, made us appreciate everything because we remember having nothing. Don't hate the fear. It saved us. But also, don't let it run your life forever. You deserve to rest. Enjoy what you built. Stop performing. Just exist. And that shame about where we came from, mom's jobs, our clothes, food stamps, you can let it go. No shame in surviving. No shame in being poor. Shame belongs to society that treats poor people as less human. We were always human, always worthy, always enough. Money didn't make us valuable. We already were. I'm proud we survived. Proud we climbed. Proud we made it. And proud that even now, with success and salary and title, we still remember, still see invisible people, still know what it costs. Don't lose that. That's our superpower. With love from the past, the kid you used to be. What I've learned. Success doesn't erase trauma. Money doesn't heal wounds. Climbing out of poverty doesn't mean poverty climbs out of you. But here's what I know now. The fear is real, but it's also a lie. Yes, bad things happen, money disappears, but I'm not a helpless child anymore. I have skills, experience, resilience, networks. If I lost everything tomorrow, I'd rebuild. Not easily, but I'd survive. I always have. The shame is learned and can be unlearned. No shame in where I came from. Shame belongs to systems creating poverty while blaming poor people. My mother working 70 hours and struggling wasn't her failure. It was society's failure. Hiding helps nobody. When I pretend I've always belonged, I make other people from poor backgrounds feel alone. My story might help someone feel less alone. Money is important, but not everything. I thought, enough money equals feel safe. I have money now. Still not safe, not how I imagined. Real security isn't bank accounts. It's knowing you can survive, and I already know that. I get to decide who I am now, not just poor kid who made it, not defined by scarcity. Get to be generous, relaxed, present, stop performing. Just be myself, all of myself, including parts from poverty. The commitment. I'm done hiding, not dramatically, but done with exhausting performance. When I see someone else performing, I'll say, I see you. You're not alone. Because that's what changed for me. Melissa, that lunch, stopping pretending, seeing each other. Success doesn't erase where you came from, and that's okay. You can be successful and carry poverty's scars. You can have money and still feel scared. You can belong here and remember not belonging. All of it can be true at once if you recognize yourself. If you're hiding poverty behind success, performing belonging, terrified it will disappear, you're not alone. That fear makes sense. Your nervous system remembering resources disappear. Safety is temporary. Stay vigilant. But you don't have to live there forever. You made it out. That took strength, intelligence, resilience, luck. You survived something many never face and climbed. Poverty you came from doesn't make you less worthy, makes you more remarkable. You're here. That fear, constant checking accounts, inability to spend freely, this is temporary voice, not weakness. It's mark of someone who knows what it costs to have nothing, who never takes anything for granted, who understands value of what they built. Don't hate that part. It kept you alive. But also, you're allowed to rest now. Feel safe. Belong. Not because you hid where you came from well enough, because you're human and you always deserve to be here. The poverty I hide behind success isn't about money. It's about belonging. It's about worth. It's about the lie that some deserve comfort. Others don't. I'm unlearning that lie. I didn't have to earn the right to be safe. I always deserved it. We all do. Even version of me wearing same coat 3 winters. She deserved warmth. She deserved security. She deserved to belong. And so do you. Dedicated to everyone who checks bank account 3 times to make sure money's still there. To everyone who calculates prices in minimum wage hours. To everyone who feels like impostor in their own success. To everyone who worked 3 jobs, put themselves through school, climbed out through sheer will. To my mother, who worked 70 hours per week and never made me feel her exhaustion was my fault. To everyone who had nothing, became something, carries both inside, forever. Your fear makes sense. Your vigilance kept you alive. Your hiding helped you survive. But you can rest now. You can belong. You were always enough.